Welcome back to LT Gaming, my name is Tom, and as always Luke and I are here to bring you a fresh batch of underground indie gems designed to blow up your wish lists and probably do a bit of damage to your wallet along the way. We love shining a light on smaller games that are absolutely swinging for the fences, and this list is full of those, indies that are punching way above their weight, whether it's through ambitious design, smart systems, or just some proper genre blending brilliance. Before we dive in, today's video is sponsored by Mandragora, a game that we've actually featured in previous lists, so I'm thrilled to give it a proper spotlight here. I've had early access and I'm absolutely hooked, and it's out today, so a huge thank you to the devs for supporting the channel. If it looks like your sort of thing, check out the link in the pinned comment or the description and help support both them and us. Alright guys, let's get into it. 6 indie games that deserve your attention in 2025. Right, let's talk about Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree, because it's not only the sponsor of today's video, it's also become a bit of a personal obsession of mine lately. I've been playing an early build thanks to the devs, and honestly, it's really impressing me. It is out today, April 17th, and it's a dark fantasy action RPG that blends Souls-like combat, Metroidvania exploration, and deep character customization, all wrapped in a hand-painted world that's more eerie than edgy. It's not just pretty, it's got real weight to it. You start by choosing one of 6 unique classes, each with its own talent tree. But the clever bit is how you can mix and match abilities from across trees to create your own hybrid class. Combat's punishing in the best way possible. Timing, spacing, and the right abilities to use are all essential to your success. You're not button mashing here, every swing has some consequence. The world itself is gorgeously grim. Every region is part of one big interconnected map packed with secrets, hidden paths, and the kind of lore that invites slow exploration. It's that classic Metroidvania loop, but scaled up and infused with proper RPG systems. Narratively, it goes a bit deeper than I expected. Multiple endings, actual branching paths, and fully voice acted, written by Brian Misoda, the guy behind Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, so excellent pedigree there. And the music, it's an orchestral score by Christos Antonou, best known for his work with Septic Flesh. Heavy, atmospheric, and properly immersive. For me, this one stands out as one of the indie gems of 2025 so far, because it's not trying to copy Souls-like, it's building something else, something layered, thoughtful, and challenging in the right way. If you're even remotely into dark fantasy action RPGs or handcrafted exploration, Mandragora is absolutely worth a look. It's out today, hit the link below and let me know in the comments if you're going to dive into this one. If you've ever wanted to live atop a giant space whale, and let's be honest, who hasn't thought about this, Beyond These Stars is here to fulfill that fantasy. This is a spacefaring city builder with a deeply original twist. Your civilization lives on the back of a colossal creature named Kiwa, drifting through the galaxy. It's part strategy, part storytelling, part please don't upset the whale because it's carrying our entire species. You're building homes, researching tech, and exploring planets, but you also have to keep Kiwa happy. The terrain is living and fragile, and careless expansion will literally shrink your available space. You're going to terraform and reshape landscapes, even plant forests to maintain balance. Think Frostpunk, but your city might float away if you push too hard. It's been said that there's something powerful about games where the world itself feels alive, a bit like Black and White. But with actual ecosystems and a sense of empathy, Kiwa isn't just scenery. It has hopes, reactions and memories, and with the right research you might even learn to communicate with it. This one is being developed by Ace Team, the minds behind Xenoclash, so it leans weird in all the right ways. The game balances a sense of discovery with proper logistics and supply chain management. As Kiwa moves between systems, you're going to establish outposts, interact with alien species, and uncover the ancient history of your people, and of course the space whales themselves. Visually, it's got this serene, painterly sci-fi tone, and the whole thing feels like it's going to sit somewhere between meditative and absolutely brutal if you mismanage your planning. Check this one out guys, it's a really intriguing title. Right, this next title is called Jump Ship, and it might be one of the most promising indie co-op games we've seen for years. Luke and I actually got to play this one with the devs. You can check out the full session down in the description below. And honestly, we had a blast. Think Faster Than Light meets Deep Rock Galactic, all in lovely 3D, with a big focus on improvisation and team coordination. You and up to 3 mates crew a ship together. This means piloting, repairing, allocating power between shields and engines, and of course upgrading systems. All while navigating asteroid fields, exploring planets, and occasionally having a full-blown firefight in space. What makes this one special is how seamless everything feels. You can be piloting the ship one second, then jetpacking out in 0G the next. No menus, no load screens, just fluid, frantic gameplay from cockpit to corridor. There's no fixed classes, so you and your crew make it work however you want. You might have to have someone managing energy output while the other manually patches the engine room as you're taking damage. Every mission is handcrafted but with randomized elements. You have an AI director, so you're never quite sure what you're getting into next. Some runs feel tight and tactical, others descend into glorious fire on the bridge chaos. You can play solo, but if you really want to enjoy this one, it shines in co-op. The ship customization is deeper than it looks. You can reinforce defenses, boost your firepower, and mod it more into a stealth vessel depending on how your crew likes to roll. If you like your sci-fi with a bit of jank, a lot of teamwork, and a constant threat of everything going wrong, Jump Ship might be the indie star for 2025 for you. Darfall is one of those games that feels immediately familiar, in the best possible way. You've got a small town, a rising threat, and a hero with a great sword standing at the gate. Luke and I have had early access on this one, and we're excited to dig deeper in the future, so expect more coverage on the channel very soon. It's a dark fantasy RTS heavy with survival elements. You're in a world called Agnor, you gather resources, build up your defences during the day, and then come nightfall the undead arrive. Not a few, but swarms. Horrible, relentless waves that keep growing stronger every night. There's a full campaign mode that leans into this old school fantasy vibe. Think wizards, warriors, magical relics, and battles against overwhelming odds. You'll control legendary heroes, level them up across missions, and equip powerful artifacts that change the way they fight. If you're like us and you love a bit of custom content, Darfall delivers big here too. It comes in with a full in-game scenario editor, maps, quests, scripted campaigns, the lot. So I'm looking forward to seeing the community flourish with this one. There's also a survival mode that's absolutely brutal. Every night gets worse and every morning you're scraping things back together. It feels a bit like They Are Billions, but with a proper fantasy twist and more focus on hero micromanagement. It's currently in development under Square Knight and is shaping up to be a proper gem for fans of base building RTS, tower defense hybrids, and anything where you spend half your game building and the other half seeing if it all holds together. We'll be showcasing Darfall on the channel very soon, so if you're into tactical fantasy survival with a classic RTS feel, make sure you're subscribed for this one, it could be special. If you're the kind of player who enjoys winning a war by outthinking your enemy 3 turns in advance, Master of Command might just be your next obsession. This one drops you into the 18th century theatres of Europe, where you take control of a custom built army from one of the 5 major powers: Britain, France, Austria, Prussia, or Russia. And you lead them through procedurally generated campaigns where your decisions are going to matter. And I do mean they matter here. If you lose your army, that's it, game over. You'll be managing supply lines, officer progression, troop recruitment, and battlefield morale, all while adapting to an ever-changing map filled with dynamic terrain, randomized skirmishes, and an increasingly difficult enemy force. It's not just about fighting battles, it's about surviving the campaign. What's clever with this one is the 2-layer structure. First you choose a region, each with its own terrain and enemy mix. Then you get a second tactical layer, a map within that region, where you set up your campaign, you secure your flanks, and you prepare for harder pushes. Eventually it will all lead to a final coalition siege on your homeland. No pressure here guys. Battles will play out in real time, and this one won't just be about click speed, it will be more about timing, formation, troop efficiency, and you're going to be managing ammo, morale, and your officers' abilities to boot. And a well-timed rally from your general will be able to turn an entire engagement around. There will be a fair amount of customization, uniform, flags, all going to be upgradable too. So if you're into campaign level strategy and battlefields where losses actually matter, you should firmly have Master of Command on your radar. Mars Colony Builder is one of those games that scratches a very particular itch, the one where you want to build a thriving city in a place absolutely no human was ever meant to live. You're tasked with creating the first functioning settlement on Mars. Not just a handful of domes, but a proper city. public transport, self-sustaining power grids, food production, supply chains, and of course a few friendly robots to keep the bins empty. You start with basic infrastructure, roads, solar panels, housing pods, then expand outward across the Martian surface, with an army of rovers and droids to help you with construction and logistics, while your humans can focus on tech development, exploration, and keeping morale high. What's clever is the balancing act. Do you invest in stability and comfort within your central settlement, or do you push outward into the red unknown, going for new outposts and linking them via supply routes? There's a proper supply chain system here, so nothing will work on its own. You'll have to plan routes, mine resources, and make sure your Martian cities stay connected and functional. It's got a really chill visual tone, clear UI, bright domes against the red sand, but don't let the friendly look fool you. The game is going to ask you to juggle a lot: finances, tech, logistics, and long-term sustainability all at once. You're trying to establish humanity's future one dome at a time. If you love colony sims with the right amount of challenge and charm, I think Mars Colony Builder is one to watch. So that is our list for today, LT Gamers. 6 indie gems that are really punching above their weight in 2025. Whether you're looking to build cities on Mars, fend off undead hordes with your heroes, or crew a barely holding together spaceship, there's some brilliant ambition here. Hopefully you'll get a few new games to wishlist and keep an eye on. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like, help us on the algorithm, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and let us know in the comments which of these titles you're most excited about, or any other hidden gems we should be on the lookout for next. And don't forget, Mandragora is out today. If it's caught your eye, check out the link below to learn more and support a dark fantasy indie that's really earned its place on this list.